Hello student, I welcome you in this lecture series of machine design subject. Today we are going to discuss the topic preferred numbers and the lecture number is 7. After going through this lecture you will understand or you will be able to construct the series of the preferred numbers and models. Actually this topic belongs to the size of the product or any equipment which a company or designer is making or designing respectively. So we have to understand how this can be possible, what is the advantage of preferred numbers, and how it helps to make model for different range of capacity. So let's understand what is preferred number and how it will help a designer and a manufacturer to select the models. Preferred numbers are used to specify the sizes of the product in general cases. So it helps to decide the various size of various capacity of the equipment or machines or any product. So in this way a designer or manufacturer can decide what numbers of product may be introduced for a particular range of capacity. Capacity means here the power. I think for a mechanical equipment or any engineering equipment, you can understand the capacity or size means its power transmitting capacity, load carrying capacity, speed, dimensions of the components such as height, length, width, volume or weight of the product. In this way you can understand the term size or I think models. So a particular model would have some kind of specifications, and that model can serve a particular range or particular a particular span that model can serve. So company for a great range or for a large range number of products launches to satisfy the needs of the customer. This is the I think motto of preferred number, and this can be possible only with the help of preferred. And the preferred number will help you to find out the various sizes in a standard mode, so that you can introduce product in different different models can be introduced into the market to satisfy the needs of the customer. Often the product is manufactured in different sizes or models. For instance, for example, you can understand this is a company which is manufacturing motors, electric motors. So company is deciding to manufacture seven different models to cater the range of power from 0.5 to 50 kilowatt. Means company is deciding, company is manufacturing 7 models only to cater the needs of the or cater the needs of the customer for the range 0.5 to 50 kilowatt. It means if any customer wants 1 kilowatt motor, 13 kilowatt motor, 15 kilowatt motor, 21 kilowatt motor, it means there may be different needs of different customers. So with the help of these 7 model, company is claiming or company is offering 7 models within which customer can choose as per the requirement of the power or whatever the needs of the customer, that can be satisfied with the help of this range. So how the company is deciding these 7 models, what is the basis of the selecting these 7 models, that is the question I think, and that is the situation where preferred number will be your solution. So preferred number is helping you to find out the number of models that can be introduced and that will be sufficient to serve the customer's need. That is the motto of preferred number. Now so let's see how preferred numbers and how it has been introduced. French balloonist and engineer Charles Renard first introduced the preferred number in 19th century. This is the way how it came into the picture. The system is based on the use of geometrical progression to develop a set of numbers. Actually, preferred number, what principle behind the preferred number is geometric progression. With the help of this, a series can be constructed, and on the basis of this series, the models can be prepared. There are 5 basic series denoted as R5, R10, R20, R40 and R80 series, which increases in steps of 58%, 26%, 12%, 6% and 3% respectively. Means if there are actually there are 5 basic series. Basic series means with this this is the base. By on the base of this you can construct many models. Like if you want to introduce 5 models for a particular range, you can use R5 initially. If your manufacturing capability increased or a customer required more specific motors or more specific equipments, then you can choose R10. Suppose you want to introduce 20 models, then you can choose R20. If you want to introduce 40 models, you can choose R40. So in this way, with the help of this series, you can select your models, you can introduce your models of equipment or machines. And these models are generally for if you consider R5, then you can see there is a 58% difference between two models with I think in first model and the previous one. So in this way you can understand, and when you increase the number of models, the difference between two models will also decreasing. Means if you are increasing the number of model, your difference between two model capacity, means size capacity or its delivering capacity, work delivering capacity will decrease. Each series has its own series factor. Actually each and every series would have a series factor. That series factor will contribute to make the models. I think you in this table you can understand how what are the series and what are the series factor of this for each and every series. So let's see R5 series, its series factor is 1.58. How it can be calculated? I think just a simple formula by taking under root. With the help of R5 series you can take series factor. R10 series 1.26, R20 series 1.12, R40 series 1.06. And you can observe when series is increasing, means number of models you are increasing, then the series factor is also decreasing. What series factors do? Suppose if your first model is 1, then your second model for R5 series, if your first model is 1 kilowatt, then for the second model you need to only multiply it with 1.58 and you will get the second models. Means 1.58 kilowatt would be the second models. It means for R5 series the difference between one model to the second model would be large, but at the same time when you are using R80 series, the difference between two models will be only 1.03%. I think this series factors will be or 3% only. So in this way you can understand how series will specify the models or sizes of the product. This is the whole series has been constructed, and this table you can observe all the values up to R40. See for R5 series you can see there is 1 kilowatt, suppose 1.00, first value is 1.00, then 1.60, 2.5, 4, 6.3 and 10. Suppose you have to introduce a model between a particular range from 1 to 10, then R5 series can be used to specify the model. This is the I think model range, model sizes or range sizes from where you can choose your models, model numbers. Similarly, R10, where you can see this is 1.25, there is just 10 models that can be used to specify the sizes. Similarly, R20 series, you can see there is a 20 models or 20 sizes given to specify the models of a particular machines or component. Similarly, R40 and similarly it will be same for the R80 series. In the initial stage, the product is manufactured in a limited quantity and use is made quantity and use is made of the R5 actually. And for the initial stage, company manufactured less number of models, so initially they generally use R5 series to specify the models. But when the production capacity is increased, the changeover is made from R5 to R10 series, introducing the new sizes of intermediate values of 10 series. So suppose if at initial stage company is using R5 series, then there will be the models from 1 to 10, 5 models are there, or 1.00, 1.60, and suppose if you want to cater the range of 1.00 to 1.60, you want another model, then you can use R10 series. And you can observe easily from this figure or this table, there is again, if you are using R10 series, there is another model come into the picture, which is 1.25. Means earlier it was only two models from 1 to 1.6. Now if you are using R10 series, then there is another model of capacity 1.25 will be introduced. So in this way, new intermediate models can be introduced. Advantage of preferred number, why we are using this, what is the I think science behind it, if we don't use, then what is the problem, that can be understood by this slide. Preferred numbers minimize the unnecessary variation in the size. So first advantage is, if you are using preferred numbers, then unnecessary variations in the sizes can be avoided. Means there would be some standard, there would be some there would be I think a way to introduce model that specify the sizes in better manner rather than choosing it as arbitrary manner. Helps designer in avoiding selection of sizes in arbitrary manner. Similar way, I think it helps designer to select the models and avoiding the arbitrary I think choices. So this is the second advantage. Third is, the complete range is covered by minimizing the number of sizes, which advantageous to producer and consumer as well. Suppose if you are using preferred numbers, then it would be a standardized manner, and if you are making a standardized practice for manufacturing or designing a product, then cost will be lower. And if you are specifically design something, it may be termed as customized product, and obviously this will be costlier. So in both way, if you are using uh, this preferred numbers for introducing models or selecting the models, then both customer as well as producer will be benefited. Let's see how this preferred number can be calculated and models can be made. There are two terms, namely basic series and derived series, which are frequently used in relation to the preferred numbers. R5, R10, R20, R40 and R80 are called basic series, and any series which is formed on the basis of these five basic series is called derived series. So this is the basic series, as we have discussed earlier. and later on if you are making another models on the basis of these, then that models will be known as derived series or derived models. There are two methods for forming derived series, namely reducing the numbers of a particular basic series or increasing the numbers of particular basic series. Suppose if you are using 10 R10 series, then you can take basic series, and this basic series can be reduced in various way to introduce model, or you can increase in various way to introduce another model, but the ratio between the models will be the base as it has been taken for the R10 series. So this is the way how you can make. In the first method, a derived series is obtained by taking every second, third, fourth, fifth term of a given basic series. Such a derived series is designated by a symbol of basic series followed by 2, 3, 4 or pth and separated by a sign. This is actually way how you can represent the series. Let's see for with the help of an example. Series R10/3, and the range is also given 1 to 1000. It indicates a derived series comprising every third terms of R10 series and having lower limit as 1 and higher limit is 1000. Means from 1 to 1000 you have to take third terms of R10 series, and the range is also given. So this is the way, and this is the instruction by which you have to prepare the series. Second example, you can see R20/4. It means, and range is also given. R20 means you have to oblique 4, you have to take fourth term of R20 series and unlimited in both side, and having number 8 inside the series. Means at the right hand side and left hand side of 8 you can construct infinite numbers of models, but the condition is that it should be 8 should be in between these, and the series is R20 and you have to take fourth terms of R20 series. This is the way I think by which your series or models can be constructed and way to represent these models. Let's take an example to for better understanding, so that you can relate your learning with the actual situation. A manufacturer is interested in starting a business with 5 different models of tractor ranging from 0.75 to 75 kilowatt capacity. Specify power capacities of the models. There is an expansion plan to further increase the number of models from 5 to 9 to fulfill the requirement of farmers. Specify the power capacities of the additional models. So the question here, in this question, yeah, this is very I think interesting question. A tractor manufacturer here, the tractor manufacturer want to introduce model ranging from 77.5 kilowatt to 75 kilowatt. This is the range which a tractor manufacturer want to cater. Initially, at the first stage, a company wants to launch 5 models. Then what should be the capacity of 5 models? That is the first question. In the second stage of question, company want to introduce another 4 model, means 9 model want to introduce to cater the different needs of the farmer. Means again for this range another 4 models company want to introduce. Then what would be the capacities of these models? That there are two questions. First, initially company is using R5 series to introduce 5 models, and this later stage company is introducing again to introduce 9 models to cater the farmer needs. Then your work as a designer, as a manufacturer, I think as a counselor, you can suggest these model capacities for company. So let's start how it can be done. initially range is given, it is 7.5 to 75 kilowatt. So let's see how it can be solved. Our first step is to calculate the ratio factor, RF. Ratio factor means, I think you can understand series. Ratio factor means what would be the ratio factor that can be used to uh, I think calculate the different models one by one. So let us denote the ratio factor as RF. The derived series is based on the geometrical progression, as we have already discussed. The power rating of the five models will be as follows. How these models can be calculated? The first model would be 7.5, as we have seen, multiplied with RF ki power 0. Then obviously it would be 7.5. Similarly, the second model will be 7.5 multiplied with RF. In the third model, 7.5 multiplied with RF square of RF. And similarly, you can see all the five models. These are the five models that can be initially introduced. So our first aim is to find out RF. If we have RF, then simply you have to put in these equations, and you will get the model capacity. So let's consider, let's calculate the value of RF. Maximum power capacity is 75 kilowatt. Therefore, this value will be equal to 75 kilowatt. I think this is our first clue. It means your last model will have the same value as the decided by the manufacturer. Its end capacity means 75. So if we put this to 75 kilowatt, then we can have RF. So let's see how. In this equation you can see 7.5 multiplied with, I'm just deleting all the notations, 7.5 kilowatt multiplied with, so here 7.5 multiplied with RF is, I think just you can see this equation and equate with 75 as I had discussed with you. So here from this equation you can have RF is equal to 1.7783. So in this way you can calculate RF. You have to equate the last model with the in models which company want to reduce, means that should be equal to the last model 75 kilowatt. In this way we have calculated 1.77 as a ratio factor, and thus that ratio factor put into the above series and you will get the all models value. So let's see how it can be calculated. In the so the power rating of the models, all the five models at initial stage would be, the first model would be 7.5 kilowatt. Second model, as you can see, 7.5 multiplied with the series factor, and the model would be 13 kilowatt. I think prox model it has been taken. Exact calculation is 13.34, but approx model that company will introduce would be 13 kilowatt. The rating of third models would be 23.72, so 24 kilowatt model will be introduced. Rating of fourth model 42 kilowatt, and the last model will be 75 kilowatt. Means to cater the needs of the customer from 7.5 kilowatt to 75 kilowatt, company is introducing five models that is equal to 75 kilowatt, 13 kilowatt, 24 kilowatt, and 42 kilowatt, and 75 kilowatt. Means as initial stage company is manufacturing only five models that will be used to satisfy the customer needs or farmer needs. But company again, when the manufacturing capability increased or customer wants to specific products, then company want to reduce more models to fill the intermediate gaps between the model. So company now expanding to another four models. How it can be calculated? Again, company is planning to have nine models. So same similar fashion or similar way will be used to calculate the models. Again, we will make the series with the help of RF. This the first model is 7.5, and this last model is would be 7.5 multiplied with RF power 8. So so in this way you can see there would be nine model from first model to last model, and again we will equate the last model with the last capacity or last site. So last capacity is 7.5 kilowatt, as we have seen in previous cases. So we have to equate this to 75 kilowatt. So let's see again, with the help of equations, we can have a series factor, and this series factor would be equal to 1.335. So you can easily observe, in first case number of models was less, so series factor was one more, I think, large. But here you are introducing more models, so series factor is less. That can be easily observed, and I think you should observe, because that is the, I think, main motto of solving the question, or understanding the question, so that our concept about the preferred numbers will be more clear. Let's see the power capacities of the 9 model, which would be as follows. The first model would be 7.5 kilowatt, similarly 10 kilowatt, 13 kilowatt, 18 kilowatt, 24, 32, 42, 56 and 75. So you can see again, for this range 9 models will be constructed or manufactured, and I think, and as compared to the previous one, you can see there is 4 models which are being introduced. These 4 models are 10 kilowatt, 18 kilowatt, 32 kilowatt and 56 kilowatt. These 4 models is newly introduced into the series. Means company is already manufacturing these 5 models, but new 4 models will be introduced to cater the I think that would be the intermediary series to satisfy the needs of the customer in between these two ranges. So you can see in I think very easily, and you can understand how the company is introducing models. Means company initially launches 5 models, but further company wants to expansion to have more models, so introduce 9 models, and that can be, I think, constructed with the help of this. So I think after solving this question, after providing solution of these questions, I hope you all have some idea about the preferred numbers, and you'd have some clear concept how and where and what is the importance of preferred number, and how it helps a designer or manufacturer to select the models. So I will leave you here with this question. I think there is a question below of this slide. You can see it is required to standardize 11 shaft from 100 to 1000 diameter. Specify the diameters. You have to introduce 11 shafts. With the help of preferred numbers, you have to introduce it. So solve this question, and I think after this you would have more clarity about this concept. Thank you very much. We will see the next topic for the next in the next lecture. Thank you very much.